It has fallen to my lot this evening, as in years past, to perform a very pleasing task, but a task for which I am afraid my poor powers as a speaker are all too inadequate. But, however that may be, I can only ask you tonight to take the will for the deed, and to lend me your attention for a few moments, while I endeavor to express to you in words what my feelings are on this occasion. Ladies and gentlemen, it is not the first time that we have gathered together under this hospitable roof, around this hospitable board. It is not the first time that we have been the recipients, or perhaps I'd better say the victims, of the hospitality of certain good ladies. I feel more strongly with every recurring year that our country has no tradition which does it so much honor, and which it should guard so jealously as that of its hospitality. It is a tradition that is unique as far as my experience goes, and I have visited a few places abroad, among the modern nations. Some would say, perhaps, that with us it is rather a failing more than anything to be boasted of. But granted, even then, it is, to my mind, a princely failing, and one that I trust will long be cultivated among us. Of one thing at least I am sure. As long as this one roof shelters the good ladies aforesaid, and I wish from my heart it may do so for many and many a long year to come, the tradition of genuine, warm-hearted, courteous Irish hospitality, which our forefathers have handed down to us, and which we were, in turn, must hand down to our descendants, is still alive among us. Ladies and gentlemen, a new generation is growing up in our midst, a generation actuated by new ideas and new principles. It is serious and enthusiastic for these new ideas. Its enthusiasm, even when it is misdirected, is, I believe, in the main sincere. But we are living in a skeptical and, if I may use the phrase, a thought-tormented age, and sometimes I fear that this new generation, educated or hyper-educated as it is, will lack those qualities of humanity, of hospitality, of kindly humor which belong to an older day. Listening tonight to the names of all those great singers of the past, it seemed to me, I must confess, that we were living in a less spacious age. Those days might, without exaggeration, be called spacious days, and if they are gone beyond recall, let us hope, at least, that in gatherings such as this we shall still speak of them with pride and affection, still cherish in our hearts the memory of those dead and gone, great ones whose fame the world will not willingly let die. But yet, there are always, in gatherings such as this, sadder thoughts that will recur to our minds, thoughts of the past, of youth, of changes, of absent faces that we miss here tonight. Our path through life is strewn with many such sad memories, and were we to brood upon them always, we could not find the heart to go on bravely with our work among the living. We have all of us living duties and living affections which claim, and rightly claim, our strenuous endeavors. Therefore I will not linger on the past. I will not let any gloomy moralizing intrude upon this here evening tonight. Here we are gathered together for a brief moment from the bustle and rush of our everyday routine. We are met here as friends, in the spirits of good fellowship, as colleagues, also to a certain extent, in the spirit of camaraderie, and as the guests of, what shall I call them, the three graces of the Dublin musical world. Ladies and gentlemen, I will not attempt to play tonight the part of Paris played on another occasion. I will not attempt to choose between them. The task would be an invidious one, and one beyond my poor powers. For when I view them in turn, whether it be our chief hostess herself, whose good heart, whose too good heart, has become byword with all who know her, or her sister, who seems to be gifted with perennial youth, and whose singing must have been a surprise and a revelation to us all tonight, or, last and but not least, when I consider our youngest hostess, talented, cheerful, hard-working, and the best of nieces, I confess, ladies and gentlemen, that I do not know to which of them I should award the prize. Let us toast them all three together. Let us drink to their health, wealth, long life, happiness, and prosperity, and may they long continue to hold their proud and self-won position, which they hold in their profession, and the position of honor and affection which they hold in our hearts.